remember the Shah Rukh Khan film Dar, where Rahul was obsessed with Kiran and stalked her constantly, making her life a living hell. Watching that movie really makes us wonder what exactly goes into a stalker's mind. Well, that's something actor Urvashi Rautela can definitely answer. For obvious reasons. It's no secret that Urvashi has reached that stalker-level obsession with cricketer Rishabh Pant. She has been trending on social media after she posted a picture of Kokilaben Dhirubhai Ambani Hospital hours after Rishabh Pant was moved there for further treatment for his ligament rupture. He got seriously injured in a horrific car accident on the Delhi-Dehradun highway on December 30th. As soon as Urvashi posted the picture, netizens slammed her and even tagged her as a stalker. And honestly, we are not surprised at all. Urvashi and Rishabh reportedly dated each other for a brief period of time. And it apparently did not end on a good note. Does this scenario ring a bell? Has this happened to you or any of your friends? What Urvashi is doing to Rishabh can safely be termed as a classic case of mental harassment. A very common issue that often takes a toll on the victim. But unfortunately, not many come forward to report it. And neither does it happen so out in the open that the culprit can be called out. Let's first understand what exactly is mental harassment.
Basically, mental harassment is mental torture. Another name for emotional torture, emotional abuse. Basically, what happens in mental torture is we try to demean the other person, we try to make the other person feel inferior in order to make ourselves feel superior. Mental harassment can occur in various areas. It can start from home, workplace, it can happen in school, it can happen among children with their classmates, it can happen with co-workers, it can happen with the partners. Basically, in mental harassment, what happens is you try to offend the other person by offensive jokes, by humiliating the person again and again, by trying to belittle his thoughts, not giving importance to him. We try to ignore the other person, we sometimes try to isolate, deny the other person. We try to put the blame of others' mistakes on him. We don't give credit to him for the work done by him.
Domestic violence, cyberbullying, cyberstalking, sexual harassment, racial harassment, verbal abuse, and more are some types of mental harassment. There's a term called narcissistic abuse, and you must have experienced this at least once in your lifetime in the form of a friend, partner, family member, or colleague, but probably ignored it. But experts suggest that it can impact the victim a lot mentally.
Basically, what happens in narcissistic abuse, the person is only bothered about himself, and in order to make himself feel superior, he demeans the other person. He bullies the other person continuously, making him feel so low that the person's self-confidence, the victim's self-esteem goes so low. Talking about the domestic violence, there are many people, because of dowry, they try to demean the other person, devalue the other person, make him feel so much mentally tortured. Sometimes in other cases like workplace, co-workers, in order to make themselves feel superior, try to blame the other co-worker for the work not done by them wrongly.
A victim of mental harassment can suffer from low confidence, anxiety, depression, sleep disorder, phobias, trust issues, post-traumatic stress disorder, and can also have panic attacks. And here's that thing that you should understand, that it's not healthy to remain quiet despite being bullied. So, what does the victim do in such a case?
First of all, I would like everyone to be aware of what is mental harassment. Everyone should know that mental harassment is something which should not be taken for granted. It should not be ignored at all. If this thing happens in school or a workplace or at home, it is something to be told to the family members or the workplace organizers, and the action should be taken promptly with confidentiality. Training programs in the organizations regarding to the mental harassments are very, very important.
We would urge you to take steps to prevent mental harassment, and if you are harassed at your workplace, then do remember that a complaint can be made to the Labour Commissioner, especially if any rights under the labour laws are infringed. We hope now you know more about mental harassment and how to mitigate its effects. Do call out such behavior in future and do subscribe to SHOWSHA for more such informative content.